game, the underdog will win a national championship again, this time under Coach Jimmy Johnson.
Welcome to Dallas Sports Network. We have a fun one today. Dave Campo, Jimmy Johnson in the 80s with the Miami Hurricanes, won a national championship in 87. Jimmy came over. Of course, he's going to bring one of his best defensive guys, Campo.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. The first coach to win the National Collegiate Championship title and the Super Bowl.
He won 3 Super Bowls. So
the Cowboys have their man. Have actually had him for the past 11 years. Dave Campo has been elevated from the position of defensive coordinator to head coach.
So the head coach of the Cowboys, 2000 to 2002. I was part coach of that Dallas Cowboys pregame show. We used to do Coach's Corner. You probably don't remember. I broke down film with you. All right, so I'm going to have, you remember those days? Those are glorious.
Absolutely, I remember it. Those are fun times, but at the same time, we were struggling a little bit back then, and unfortunately, our quarterback situation was a little shaky.
Yeah, you did not have Hickman. Speaking of defense, what do you got for him?
Yeah, Coach, let's start here. I mean, you were obviously one of the best defensive coordinators in the league. What would you do with this current Cowboys team to fix the defense?
Well, first of all, it's a little bit of a learning experience because it's a new coach, new situation. It takes a little while when you lose a guy like Parsons that was kind of a focal point. Now, all of a sudden, you have to spread it out. And so I feel like it'll get better as the year goes on. But number one, you got to have players.
We're going to take you now. You know who Scooter Magruder is. Hey, he knows who you are, Scooter. That's Scooter Magruder, the social media star.
Dave Campo, thanks for taking the time first and foremost. And it's crazy that you know who I am. But I know who you are. And I know you've been around a lot of defenses and around the Cowboys organization for some time now. So my question to you is, how does this defense rank? Just based on what you've seen so far, how would you rank this defense amongst Cowboys defenses that you've seen and been around?
I am a member of the organization past.
Good luck, Coach.
I have to be a little bit careful, but
Netflix collected that everything out there. You can say anything you want.
Actually, Stuart, it's not very good. I don't think that it ranks very high because obviously there's some issues. I think the secondary is struggling. The front has got to get more aggressive. Kenny Clark's a good player. Mm-hmm. I think Kenny Clark helps this defense for sure. I think it's going to be a situation where it's going to take a little time, unfortunately. There's some young players out there that have to come along. I have a lot more confidence in the offense than I do in this defense, to be perfectly honest with you.
Absolutely. And we got Jamie Kelton live from New York City. Jamie knows her sports. Jamie, you got something for Coach?
Yeah, hey, Coach. Jamie Kelton here.
Yeah.
Everyone is obviously still so obsessed with talking about this Micah Parsons trade. I'm curious, if you were the defensive coordinator, what would your reaction have been when you heard he was traded?
I learned a valuable lesson when I was here, Jamie. When Deion Sanders came out, Jerry Jones came to me, and he came up and he said, hey, Deion's going to play after 7 games. Do we want him? Well, I had the same secondary that we had in 2 straight Super Bowls, back-to-back. And I was a little worried about the chemistry because of his flash and dash and all that. So I said, gee, I don't know, Jerry, about that chemistry of the secondary. So we don't take him. We go to San Francisco in the NFC Championship game. He armbars Michael Irvin. They don't call it because it's Deion Sanders. We lose the game. So about a month later, Jerry came in. He said, you want him now? I said, absolutely. You don't give up a great player. So that part of it, I was shocked, that they did it. Now, on the flip side of that, though, is they've had Parsons for 4 years, I believe, and it hasn't paid dividends in the playoffs especially. He struggled there, and he is a little bit of an off-air, off-game kind of guy. I don't know about his locker room situation. So it's a little bit of a catch-22. They improved their run defense with Kenny Clark. Now the question is, can they get the pass rush from their young players?
If you had to choose between a top defensive end putting the pressure on the quarterback or a top defensive back covering, what is more important?
My feeling is that the pass rush is more important because when you really look at it, the pressure on the quarterback is what causes the big plays, okay? And the game of football in the NFL is about big plays. So when you get, I've always said, protect the quarterback and affect the quarterback. Those are the two things that make the difference in the football game. Charles Haley was the difference in our defense down the stretch in the Super Bowls. There's no question about it.
I remember the real playoff teams. You can look right behind you. That was the real teams, the 90s. What was it like playing with that team, and how fun was that? You were dominant.
Great team. It was fun. It was exciting. And it was great.
Listen, I wish we could go back to the 90s. That was a great time to be alive and a great time to be a Cowboys fan. So my question really to you, Coach, is what is really the difference, would you say, between the teams of the 90s and the Cowboys teams as of now? Is it a culture difference? What's really going on here?
There's something missing. You know, when you get into those playoffs, it's a different game. The teams of the 90s, and you guys will get a kick out of this, you know what I'm going to say, off the field, we had some characters now.
They played as hard off the field as on the field.
Exactly.
They had the same intensity.
I'll tell you a quick story about Michael Irvin. This one, when I got the head coaching job, he's the first guy I went to, and he never played for me.
So you didn't go to the White House, did you?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. I thought you were going to bring up that story.
No.
Okay.
Don't get me involved with the White House, please. My wife is going to watch this show. Nothing to do with the White House. But I went to Michael, and I said, hey, Michael, tell me about the locker room and how you were a catalyst in there. And he told me a quick story. He said, when we used to go out, there'd be a table of rookies and there'd be a table of veterans, okay? And he said, I always sat with the rookies because all the girls would come over there because of me, okay? And the reason I did that was so that I could call on those guys in the game. So even when he was out of the building, he was thinking winning football games. Those are the kind of guys we had with the Cowboys back in the day. I don't know this team. I haven't been here in the area. That's a big deal for me. We had great players, but they were also great team guys.
Yeah, Coach. And, unfortunately, by the time you took over as head coach, the team had lost a lot of talent. The team was getting older. My question is, if you had been the head coach in the 90s, how well would those teams have done? How many games would you have won?
About the same, to be honest with you. The coaches, obviously, you need both. Or else we wouldn't have coaches. We just have the guys go out. A lot of people feel like they don't need technique work and all those things. They do. Even, the pro guys. In fact, I loved working with the younger guys because you develop them, okay? But at the same time, you have to have the players on the field. If you don't have the players on the field, you've got a serious issue. And so for me, obviously when I took the job, I knew it was going to be kind of a transition period. We'd lost all the triplets when Troy got hurt right away during the season. So to me, I still felt I could get it done, but unfortunately it didn't go that way. But I still am very thankful to Jerry Jones that he gave me the opportunity. There's very few guys that have been able to do that, and I'm fortunate for that.
Be honest as a coach. Tell me a story. You got stories. How involved was he? Did he ever do something where you're like, oh my, really? I got to deal with that? Tell me a story.
Well, I think he would agree with me when I say that he was involved with everything and felt like he was involved with everything, but he never actually made any coaching decisions. Okay? Everything was personnel and all that. I think he's gotten better in that area, and especially with Will McClay over there. They've had good drafts now. When you look back over this team, you don't win 12 games in a bunch of years without having some good players. So I think he's gotten better. I think he is now more of a general manager than he is an owner in a lot of ways. But it was rough at the beginning because I think he felt like 500 guys could coach the Cowboys.
Coach, I would just like to thank you for stopping by. It's really great to hear a perspective, especially being a fan. It was great to talk to you, and let's see if we can turn this season around.
We need to do that. And both you guys, thanks for being on as well with us.
We really appreciate it. I know Elfenbein was the one that brought you on, so thank you, Elf.
I'm just glad Coach is back in town. That's all I can say.
Welcome back to Dallas.
Thank you. I'm really excited about being here. It's really my home. 18 years here total. I'm home.
Yeah, and this was a Super Bowl winning, show, wasn't it? Come on. I mean, this is not a.
I'll tell you what, this is first class.
I know.
I've been doing some radio and TV in Jacksonville. It doesn't even compare. So.
All right.
This is where it's
That's
at.
what
right
we're
here.
talking about. That's what we're talking
We're
about.
Super Bowl winners here, Coach. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Have a good one.
Thanks.